You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Thanks for checking out the podcast and YouTube channel on Conroe Culture. Don't forget, we're live on Lone Star Community Radio every Monday at noon. Make sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. Want more information? Visit the show page on irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture for past shows and learn how to sponsor the show.
Hey, we're live. Who knew? All right. So welcome to Monday, everyone. Monday at noon, July 17th, 2017, from downtown Conroe at Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1, irlonestar.com. Okay, now that we all know where we're at, I have a couple of guests. Well, two here that are my guests right now, and then I'll have another one joining me soon. I have Shannon Wilson here from CASA. She's the development director. And I have Allie Stevens, who is the director of marketing and communication with CASA. And then we'll be joined by Dr. Stacy Rodgers of Rodgers Stein Chiropractic, talking about things they're doing together. But first, let's talk about the news and what's going on. And, of course, this is Conroe Culture, and I'm your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR, trying to bring it to you straight. So we had a bunch of rain on Saturday, unbeknownst to me. We were getting ready to go out on the lake with the dogs, and suddenly it kind of all let loose and kept on.
Are you looking at me because I'm the weather person here?
I don't know.
Is it my fault that it rained?
I'm just trying to have conversation. So it's good for the plants. It's good for so many things. Water is always great. Great. If you're not hydrating and drinking 8 cups of water, shame on you. So that's my words of wisdom for today. Yesterday was a good day, and I hope everybody is ready to roll into the second half of July, because here we go. It is what it is. And then we go into our favorite month of the whole year, August. I don't know. It's not. It's hot and humid, and it's back to school. Usually, I'm a sun worshiper, but August usually gets just nasty. So, a couple things. Boys of summer. Well, you know what we're talking about, Jake, right?
I do.
Okay, the Astros. They clinched the series over the Twins yesterday, yes. Correct?
Yes.
Did you happen to watch that?
No, I was unfortunately at work all day, so.
Well, I didn't watch it either. I was preoccupied. But, so the pitcher fires.
Yes.
Fires, as in hot, too hot.
He's on fire.
11 strikeouts. And they are number 1 in the American League. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Do you know what their ranking is?
Well, they're number 1 in the AL and the
Yes.
American League, but they are number 2 just behind the LA Dodgers.
Correct.
In the Major
Correct.
League Baseball.
Yes, that is true. So they are 62 wins to 30 losses. Mm-hmm. And in the National League, the Dodgers, and I am a Burbank girl, just throwing that out there from many years ago. But the Dodgers are in the lead with a scorecard of 64 wins to 29, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so, I mean, they're like neck and neck.
Yeah, it's real close.
So they play the Mariners tonight at 7:10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next, coming up in August, we have our favorite football team. The Texans, hello.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Cowboys. I wasn't sure.
No, sorry. We're closer to Houston, so we're going to go with the Texans, and I'm not even going to get into that whole big debate. But the Texans play the New England Patriots at NRG Stadium at 7 p.m. on August 19th. That is a Saturday.
Well, and then for Montgomery purposes, we'll have the Cougars playing before the weekend before that, and we'll have Sam Houston Bearcats playing the weekend before that.
I like the Bearcats, yes.
So, and Rice, I'm sure the Owls, I don't know who they're playing. I don't know if they're
I'll be ready
home.
for that on next Monday. Right now, I'm not ready to roll on that conversation, so we're just going to stop it. But we do like the Sam Houston Bearcats.
Eat them up, Cats.
That is right. We have been to many, many games and have gone to their playoff series games against, I believe it was North Dakota and Frisco when it was pretty frisky out and cold. One of those weird winters. Anyway, moving on. Tonight, you can get back in the sync of things after a Monday madness with Caleb of the Homegrown Tomatoes. He will be hosting the open mic at the Corner Pub tonight. Brad McIntosh with Charles Peters will be at the Red Brick Tavern stage at 7:30. So you got the blues, alternative rock, country rock, whatever you want, and they're like steps away from each other. So you can try one and go to the other, and free. Okay, tomorrow night, Jeremy Bankhead will host the open mic at the Corner Pub. Wednesday, Dan Smith will host the open mic at the Corner Pub beginning at 9 p.m. And Thursday, you know what happens Thursday?
No, what
Besides
happens
it being July 20th? Conroe Coffee, you know those people that are our neighbors next door here that I don't see anybody. I'm looking in the window. I don't see anybody. But they will host a rustic peach painting party from 6 to 8:30. What is that? That's where you are painting. It's kind of like a painting with a twist party.
Yeah.
Only there's no twist. You're just painting. And it's different pieces of board. You pick out the decorations you want to choose, the different designs. And you can go on the Conroe Coffee Facebook page and pick out the template you want to use and be ready to go from 6 to 8:30 on Thursday. Buck Yeager will be playing and taking over the stage with Joey McKee at the Red Brick Tavern at 8 p.m. Thursday, and open mic with Adam McFarlane and Josh Pitt at the Corner Pub Friday night. I live for Friday nights.
Yeah. Are you
still?
You're a party animal there still
No,
on Friday nights?
No. That would so hurt me, I'm sure. No. Friday night, Brock Rodarte with Kevin Smith at the pub beginning at 9, and Cody Wayne at the Red Brick Tavern. And there's 2 performances in town. There's Mary Poppins, which I saw that last Friday night. Oh my
how
gosh.
was it?
Oh my gosh. That was the best performance I have ever seen. It almost makes me want to get teary-eyed because it was so good. Mary Poppins was fabulous. And to see her flying and then singing the songs, it brings me back to childhood. It's amazing.
I've heard wonderful things. I really want to see it.
Well, they were sold out. That has the highest sellouts, people coming to, see the performances ever in their history.
Wow.
So they added another performance, and I'm sure it's going fast because I was asked to publicize that. But it is this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. They've added a matinee performance. So they have performances 8 o'clock on Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. Saturday, and then 2 p.m. on Sunday. And that's it. And also, I want to mention the Owen Theater has been doing 9 to 5, the musical. And that has the same times, except for the matinee on Saturday. So they have Friday night, Saturday night, 8 p.m., and Sunday at 2 p.m. And then that's it. So we are so blessed to have so many options to choose from in downtown Conroe.
Conroe is so talented. We're such talented people.
Which reminds me of something else down on my agenda, but I'll bring it up now. The Monties are coming. What are the you know what the Monties are, Jake?
No, but I was adding dramatic effect by going,
Okay. I believe we're going to get a call in, or Stephen Green will be here next Monday to talk about the Monties, because he's helping to organize that with Craig Campobella. And who doesn't know Craig Campobella from across the street with all his bronze statuettes? And he's a new daddy as of July 5th. Yes, new baby girl. Anyway, back to the Monties. That is like the Academy Awards of Conroe. So for those best acting people, all of that. So you can go in and see the performances and see the Monty Awards. And by the way, Craig does make those Monty Awards too, so that's kind of cool too. So the performance is coming up on August 12th, and the tickets are only $10. The performers win Lifetime Achievement Awards, and it's a very glamorous night. And then they have an after party in the street.
so it's like the Oscars, but for Conroe.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Of course, the people who put it on can tell it the better story than me, but
Well,
I
that's
invite them
exciting,
on.
'cause
Yeah,
I
so
love
the Monties
those.
are coming. So get ready for that. But pickleball, remember pickleball?
Yes.
We talked about pickleball.
Yes.
So they had the tournament last Saturday, but I
heard.
haven't heard anything about that.
I don't
Have
know.
you?
No, I don't know any of the results, but you were the one who told me about that tournament.
I know. And that was kind of a mix between racquetball and I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the middle ground between tennis and table tennis.
It's played with a racket.
Yes.
Okay, so we're close. I don't know how that went. We're going to have to find out from Rob Hamilton how that went. So speaking of Conroe Parks and Recreation, they have a senior dance coming up July 29th. And again, we don't qualify, fortunately, for that. But you have to be 60 or over, and it's only $5. And then they have their annual senior prom coming up August 12th. Doesn't that sound cool? It's cool if you don't have to, if you're not age eligible. I'm just saying.
Yes, probably. I'm sure.
So, okay, and August 3rd is the first Thursday concert and farmers market, and this next performance will feature Charlie and the Regrets and the Peterson Brothers. The Peterson Brothers were at the Conroe Americana Music Festival, and they killed it.
Really?
Oh, yes. They are a couple of young boys, 17 and 19, and they're amazing. So they are the headliner for the free concert series, August 3rd at Heritage Park.
Wait, it's free?
Yeah. Okay, so a couple of other things. Saturday night, we have Charlie Lucas, Donnie Waits, and JJ and the Stone Ponies at the Red Brick Tavern. Homegrown Tomatoes, minus Caleb, at the pub. So lots of great music. And don't forget Gospel Sunday Brunch beginning at 10:30 with the chef creating something magnificent at the Red Brick Tavern. And sounds from the Jim Sloan Trio. So I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture. We're going to take a quick break and be back with my first guest from CASA. Catch us right back.
Don't forget, Conroe Culture is live online at irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 every Monday at 12 p.m. Be a guest, be a sponsor. Just contact us online at irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
And we are back. I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News at Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5, 106.1 in downtown Conroe. And it's a lovely Monday. It's not raining, which is different from last Monday. So I have a feeling it's going to be warm, though, today. General forecast. So here we are with Shannon Wilson and Allie Stevens of CASA of Montgomery County. Welcome, ladies.
Thanks. Hi, Margie.
Hey. So CASA, for those people who don't really know what CASA is, what is CASA?
I usually say it's not a house and it's not a Mexican food restaurant. It stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. And what that means is that we are going to go to court and we're going to speak up for the kids who've been removed from their homes due to abuse and neglect. That's the very short, easy way to say it.
That's right. Allie, anything else?
No, Shannon.
You covered it.
Shannon covered it.
But that is funny. It's not a house.
It's not a house.
Not like the
not
restaurant.
a Mexican food restaurant.
So, how long has CASA been in Montgomery County? Do you know? I know a long time.
1992 in Montgomery County, and we actually were founded by a judge in Seattle, Washington in 1976. So, but yeah, we've been here in Montgomery County for 25 years.
So, it's a national organization.
Yes, national, although each individual program is its own
entity.
Right.
It's its own organization, its own 501c3
Exactly.
and all of that. And
Right.
all of that meeting with their own board of directors. And
Right. And the money raised in Montgomery County stays in Montgomery County.
And see, that's very important, Shannon,
Sure.
that people understand that anything that you get funding, whether it's through an event that you hold or a partnership through another organization,
Right.
such as we're going to talk about Rodgers Stein Chiropractic, it all stays with the kids here. It helps kids here in Montgomery County.
People care a lot about that. People care
They
that
do.
when they give to an organization, they want to know that that money's going to impact the kids in this area.
Very much so, because there's so many different nonprofits, and you really want to know where that money's going. You want to know, does it just go to pay other people's salaries as well?
Right.
Or is it really going to the mission of the organization?
Right.
So what is your mission?
So, like I mentioned before, we are going to speak up for those kids that have been abused and neglected. And one thing that differentiates our organization is our mission is all done by volunteers. So, A lot of organizations, the mission is done by staff and volunteers just kind of help out.
Right.
But
That's
our
correct.
mission is done by the volunteers, 100%, or sometimes we say 97%. We've got some of our advocates that, or some of our staff people who do take on cases. But for the most part, our mission is handled by our volunteer advocates.
And they put a lot of time into that volunteer program as well. And the really nice thing is they know what's expected. They go through a training program, and you walk with them at some point with their cases, so they know what to do. What they don't just show up and then they just start volunteering.
Right. No, the
you
training
have a regimented program.
The training program is fairly extensive. It's at least 30 hours before
That is
the
a lot.
advocates even take on their first case.
But the role they play is so important that we don't want them to just be out there and not sure of what they're doing. So the 30 hours, we're teaching them to write court reports. We're walking them through like a mock case, so they kind of know what to expect, and then they absolutely have support once they graduate.
All along the way.
Once they're
Yeah.
The judge here in Montgomery County, Judge Winfrey, will swear them in as advocates, and then they're assigned a case supervisor at CASA that's a staff member to help them, because the role they play is absolutely imperative to help these children out, children who wouldn't otherwise have a voice in court.
Well, and what advocates may or may not realize is that they are the voice. They can get something overturned in court based on their observations or things they found out about, let's say, where the kids are staying or anything like that, correct?
I think another thing that the people that I talk to about what we do find very interesting is that we don't assign the cases to our advocates. Our advocates choose the case. So every week as the cases come in and we write up a brief description of the cases, the advocates pick the case that speaks to them. So it might be a 3-year-old little girl or it might be a 14-year-old boy. And then they choose the case that speaks to their heart.
Are there some cases that everybody wants, like, say, the babies or the little kids, and maybe some that others don't want as much? Like
really,
age groups kind of things or something like that?
varies.
Yeah, it varies, and that's really what it's up to the advocates to choose. We definitely have advocates that prefer to work with the older teens. That's what speaks to them, and so they know they can read a little bit about the synopsis of what happened in the case and then choose, and some absolutely prefer to work with younger kids. So it's totally 100% up to the advocates.
But you have plenty of cases.
We
Unfortunately.
do.
How many
That's a sad
cases do you have right now? Any idea? A lot.
It's over
We just
600
talked.
right now, and
Really?
it's increasing, sadly.
We are actually at the point this year we have basically a month and a half left to go in our program year. It ends at the end of August. We have surpassed the number of kids we served in all of the last program year. We're already top. We have already exceeded that number.
And the
So
number you served, number of kids last year?
was 556. So we're already over 600 this year, which is
Amazing.
I mean, it's
Well,
scary.
it's a good thing. It's scary, but it's good to know that something's being done, right? And
Right.
helping the kids.
That the kids are being removed, yes. But it means that we need more advocates to take care of these kids, to speak for them.
So you had 252 advocates last year. What would be a good number?
Well, it's tricky. I mean, we do have advocates. We like to tell our advocates initially when they first come on to take one case. We definitely have advocates. If last year we served 556 kids and roughly half that number in advocates. So we do have advocates that take on more than one case. But as new advocates, we really push, just one case. So, the number right now is about 6 children coming into foster care in Montgomery County every week, and we need new advocates to be able to continue. Right now we're covering 100% of new cases coming in, but we are reaching our kind of,
You're maxing out.
Our maxing out.
Right,
So we need
right.
new advocates to take on these record number of children that we're currently seeing coming into care.
Now, some cases have siblings involved in the case, right? So it could be 2, 3, 4
Right.
kids.
Right.
And they're not always all together at the same home.
That's right. They might be placed in several different locations.
Depending on
One might be with a
the foster
grandmother, and
parents
one
or
might be
who
with
knows
an aunt.
what. Right,
Correct.
right. So when is your next training? Do you have that in the books yet?
Our next
of when it
training,
is?
we have one going on right now, but our next training is actually scheduled for August 8th.
Well, that's soon.
Yep, August 8th. So, and before you take the training, we need you to come in for an interview and just to learn more about the program. We do have, of course, because we're working with confidential information, you will need to have a CPS background check and fingerprint screening, and that takes a little time. So if you're interested in the August class, get in touch with us
Now.
as soon as possible so we can get you in.
What's the best way to do that? To go to your website?
You can go to our website. Right now, if you want to email the person that's handling that is Mandy, and you can email her at Mandy, MANDY, at CASAspeaks4kids.com, and just let her know you're interested, and she'll follow up with you.
Very good. We'll have information on the Facebook page also, Conroe Culture, if anybody wants to check that out. Remember, and I'm sure you will have it. You also have a Facebook page, CASA of Montgomery County.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be great.
Is there any like prereq for like what people should?
Yeah. What are you looking for in an advocate?
Yeah. What
We have to
makes
be
somebody
21
qual-
years old
Okay.
to start with.
So you
and
make that, Jake.
I checked there.
and I'm really glad you asked, Jake, because
Yeah.
one of the things that we look for is more guys.
Really?
We do not have
You would
enough
like
guys.
this.
Really?
Yeah,
to
you
help
would-
us out,
I've
you
been a
know?
CASA advocate.
Really?
Yeah, it's heartwarming.
It
Well,
is
I
very
love kids,
heartwarming,
so-
and there's a certain
It's a
population
tear-breaker, too.
that would really benefit from men
Mm-hmm.
working with kids.
Well, thank you.
glad you
I'll have
asked.
to-
Yeah,
I'm-
you really would like it.
I
I
love
can
kids,
send you an
so-
application this afternoon.
Yeah, I can give you my email address
That
when
would
we're
be
off the
great.
air.
There
All
you
right,
go.
super.
Perfect.
Right, we made you
Great, we
an
just
advocate.
recruited another advocate.
All right.
This was
okay.
time well spent, Margie.
Thank you. Thank you. Every little bit makes a difference.
Absolutely.
So, it is good. I have been an advocate in the past, and sometimes there's more. Well, I would probably think that most of the time there's more to the story than what you just read on the paper, because that's a short little summary, and then you get to know the kids and what's going on and all the people that are involved, and you help make the best decision for that child after checking out where they're living and the conditions and the best person who can take care of the kids,
Right.
basically.
We
So-
hear all the time that the impact that the advocate is making on the kid, it comes right back, and that impact is made on the advocate as well. They learn so much about themselves as well.
It's really neat when you can see a child smile.
Yeah.
I mean, that really tells it all. And then maybe they should go see Mary Poppins.
There you go. Full circle.
Okay, so what else can you tell me about why it's important to partner with Rodgers Stein Chiropractic? What are you doing with that?
They are such a great community partner with us. We talked a lot about why we need more advocates. Well, the advocate training is expensive. And so the partnership that we have with Dr. Rodgers helps us fund the training. And so what she's doing with us is helping us raise money to fund that training. And so what she's doing is hosting events at her clinic that is helping us fund that training. And so it's been really, really critical and helpful to us. And so these events that she's been hosting, she's been giving back to us to help us fund that training.
So is there other ways that y'all can get funding? So like say somebody doesn't have necessarily the time to donate their time, but they may want to donate some money.
Yes.
Is
Cash.
that
Do you take cash?
Absolutely.
Yes.
okay?
Check, credit cards?
All of it.
All of it.
All of it. I mean, we have some donors
Okay.
who give us $25 a month, and that is
That's nice. So they
that
make a
is
commitment
beneficial.
monthly.
They can give a commitment monthly.
Is
They
there-
can do a one-time donation of $25, and that's helpful.
Who would they contact if they wanted to make a money donation?
They can certainly contact me.
Okay.
Okay, Shannon
That's what I
Wilson.
do. Shannon at CASA Speaks, the number 4, CASAspeaks4kids.com.
Perfect.
We host events. We have a couple of big events coming up. We have a superhero fun run. Allie has this great tagline. It's every child needs a hero. Abused children need superheroes.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
Yes, it is
So
great.
that event is in October. It's the CASA Superhero Fun Run, October 28th.
I'm going to have to run it.
You should. And a lot of people dress up in costumes. It's a ton of fun.
A lot of
And
fun.
then we have a gala February 10th.
That's always huge.
Huge.
Huge. I've been
event.
to that before.
And this is something that we're doing for the first time this year in December at Main Street America called Lights of Hope.
Yes.
We'll be decorating one of the homes at Main Street America.
Oh, that's
we'll
cool.
be taking
I'm familiar with that.
donations if
That's
you come
really
and
cool.
check out the lights and bring donations.
And you make a donation,
and it counts as a vote.
Yes, for the organization that gets the most votes, they get a good check.
Oh, really?
Yes.
A nice check.
A nice check.
And we should
$10,000 or
Oh, wow.
more than that. It's at least 10. I can't remember.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, we're really excited to be doing it. I think it'll be fun, but we really want to win.
Yes.
Of course you do.
course
Okay,
you do.
so Shannon and Allie, what are the best ways? It's CASA Speaks For, as in the number 4, CASA Speaks For Kids.com. And you also have a Facebook page. It's CASA of Montgomery County.
I think it's CASA Child Advocates of Montgomery
Okay,
County.
CASA Child Advocates of Montgomery County. Of course, if you put it in that little search, you'll find it. Yes. And tomorrow is the ladies' night out from 5 to 7 at Rodgers Stein Chiropractic. And if you've been asleep, you haven't heard this, but now you're hearing it. It is all over social media. I mean, it's in the papers. It's a big deal. So, ladies, and Jake, I guess you could come.
Do I qualify?
I don't know. Well, I have to ask Dr. Rodgers about that. But it's a packed house with wine and fun and massages and things to see and eat and do, and it's always packed.
Oh, I definitely qualify.
Always packed. Okay, we'll talk about that. Anything else, ladies, you'd like to leave us with?
No, just
thanks
thank
for
you very
having us.
much for having us.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Well, I am glad you're here, and I welcome you at any time because CASA is a great organization to be involved in. I'm Margie Taylor. This is Conroe Culture News. We will be right back with Dr. Stacy Rodgers.
Don't miss Lone Star Community Radio on TV and YouTube. Our talk show and music shows are featured on Our City TV, Suddenlink Channel 12, and have their own YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with posted shows and comment on them below the video.
We are looking for sponsors. Do you want to partner with Conroe Culture? Contact us on irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture for current rates and statistics of our listenership.
Hello, we're back on Conroe Culture News at Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1 out of downtown Conroe. And I am Margie Taylor. So we first spoke with both Shannon and Allie from CASA, and we are now joined with Dr. Stacy Rodgers, who is partnering with CASA this year to help raise some money and some funds, right?
You bet.
Okay. So the name of the game is Help the Kids. So that's what we're doing. But Dr. Rodgers also helps kids through other things that she does. And I know you have a passion for kids because you are part of the ICPA.
Yes.
Tell everyone what that is.
That's the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association. And the mission of the ICPA is to bring chiropractic care to kids and to get them off to a healthy start instead of waiting until they come into the office bent over in the shape of an L.
That sounds awful. But you also help before they're even born. You help
Yes.
prenatal care, right?
Yes, bring the mothers in, get them in very good alignment before delivery. It helps decrease labor time, more gentle, safer delivery. Tremendous amount of research behind chiropractic care in pregnancy.
And then right when they're infants as well.
Right away, some of them stop on the way home from the hospital or the birthing
That's kinda
center
cool.
and get adjusted right away. Yes.
Okay. So you can see a great partnership between the CASA and what you're already doing because you do so many things with kids that people probably don't know about, and you may not like telling this, but I think you're a great community asset.
Thank you.
I mean, because you do lots of programs. You have a kids' night
Yes.
every month,
Yes.
right?
Every month we have a kids' night. It's themed. It's basically a chiropractic party for kids. And we see only kids, and we have fun. We dress up. We have prizes for kids. And the whole goal is to make it fun. So when the kids come into the chiropractic office for the first time, they're not scared. They're not afraid. They're not hurting, as opposed to the experience that most people have. They come in and they're in pain and they're afraid, or they're not sure of what's going to happen. Whereas if we start when they're little, then they don't have a fear, and that's huge.
But you have such fun nights. You have hero nights, kind of dress up
Yes.
kind of thing, and you have pajama parties,
Yes.
and then you have Halloween, of course,
Big
and other
contest.
things. Yeah. So what is your next one? The next one is in August, right?
In August, we're going to do Get Your Bones Checked before you go back to school.
Get your bones checked.
Get your bones checked.
How do they dress up for that? Like skeletons? Or
No,
what?
they're just going to get to come like they want to, but I'm
Okay.
sure we'll have lots of skeletons in October. And then we do have chiropractic superhero night. We actually have chiropractic superhero costumes.
Yeah,
so
I've seen that before.
pretty fun.
And you dress up too, don't you?
Absolutely. And Dr. McGee also, he's a good sport. So
Dr. McGee is a great guy.
he's great.
How long has he been with your practice?
He
now?
has been here since October. He's just been a great natural
Around
fit.
a year, almost.
Almost a year. We've been
Okay.
friends for a long time. It's a good partnership.
So tell me, you're involved in the community. Why is that important to you as a business person?
Well, first of all, this is my home. I live here. And
Right here.
Right
here
in
now,
Montgomery
downtown
County.
Conroe.
I do. But I live in this community. This is my home. And since I was a kid, we've always given back to the place where you live. So I can't imagine not being a part of the place where you live and work and have a business. It means very much to me. And I want to always be someone who contributes. That's why I'm involved in our community.
Well, I think it's very important for local businesses to support locally the community as well, because if it weren't for the community, they wouldn't have any business.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So giving back and showing hands-on that you're involved in the community means that you're here to stay. You're part of where you are, where you live, where you work. And I truly believe in that as well. And I mention that because I know you're very involved. You're very involved in the chamber, where you work and live, both. And you do health fairs.
The
for
Fair
kids.
Association.
Yeah, tell me about the Fair Association.
Well, that came out of the Chamber of Commerce. When before I even had opened up the practice here, I walked into the chamber office because I can't imagine opening a business without being part of our chamber. Walked into the chamber office, and before I walked out, Stu Darcy had signed me up to be on the healthcare committee, which I've been on since then. I had no idea what I was signing up to do, but thanks to Stu, I've been involved in the chamber since October 2003. And
That's a long time.
Yes.
I truly believe in chamber relationships as well. I think that if you want your business to grow, and more than that, it's about the relationships. You don't go up there. It's about seeing people and recognizing their face. You don't just throw a business card at them, because that doesn't do anything. It's a relationship. So if you have a relationship with CASA, and then people will trust you as they do, and they're going to say, well, I want to get involved in CASA, and the more CASA gets involved and does things like that, the more people know who their mission is. So it's great for local businesses and nonprofits or
That's
anybody.
how I learned about CASA, was at a chamber event. One of the former CASA advocates was at the chamber event, and she actually asked me to go to the CASA gala, and that's how I found out about CASA.
Pretty cool. Huh?
Yes.
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 Yeah, they're a great organization. So you also have a Staying Young program. It seems relative since we're talking about kids. Tell me about what is Staying Young.
The How to Stay Young is about preventing loss of mobility. And we can't wait until we've lost our mobility to try to gain it back or restore mobility. It's about, when you have your health, protecting it over time and looking ahead into the future, instead of, again, waiting until you can't stand up straight and then coming in and hoping to.
So it's feeling young, being young for the
Moving
rest of
young.
your life, moving young.
Yes.
So you have agility and everything works well. So it's not like you're going, oh man, there's stairs.
It's hard to be healthy if you can't move.
Yeah.
And when you can't move, everyday tasks become difficult. Getting dressed, getting out of bed, getting from the bed to the chair, going to the bathroom, all those things that seem so simple. If we don't start protecting them early, you can't expect to have them later.
Right. Because everything starts to wear down after a while. So
It
you got to
changes.
stay in shape.
Things change.
They do. They do. So let's talk about your partnership with CASA. Why is that a natural relationship?
Because of the kids. We see so many kids in our office, and they're very fortunate to have parents that want to bring them in to care. I have a baby right now who is in our office. He was in the foster care program, and he did have some CASA advocate working for him. He is going to be adopted actually by one of the parents that's in our practice, a couple. So he has a big sister, automatic family, and it's exciting to
there's
to
a
see that
connection
there.
right there.
Mhm.
And I meant, Shannon, to have you tell us a story, and I'm going to get back to that, so don't let me forget a little CASA story. So I'm excited about your ladies' night out because I have been there. I know what it's like. It's fabulous. It's craziness, controlled craziness. I just want to add, it's not.
We're going to have the biggest space ever that we've ever had this year.
Are you opening both sides or just the one
Just
side?
the one side. We'll have 4,200 square feet.
Well, that
20,
is good.
2,500.
But I'll bet it's still
25
packed,
vendors.
because every year you've had it, you've increased the space, and it's still packed. So that just
I'm
means
excited
more
to see
people
it for the
come.
first time.
It's going to be amazing, and you wish it'd go on for longer, but it's only 5 to 7, so you got to get there early.
Yes.
And there's vendors. How many vendors
We
do you have
we have
coming?
25 vendors. Whitley Vineyards out in Montgomery is coming, and they're going to do wine sampling.
Oh, they're new.
They're new. We're very excited to have Whitley Vineyards. We have Massage Heights. They're going to donate massages. They have 2 massage therapists that are coming. Cody Spence with All Star Catering is coming. Yes.
A boy.
Yes. Yes. We're excited.
He's done some good stuff.
Cody always does great stuff. And then Heather McNeil with Bloom Skincare is coming, and she's going to be doing some donations also. So we're very excited for that. Very thankful for the vendors that are willing to donate back to the event.
I think it's going to be a fun event. Maybe there'll be some pictures. Maybe there'll be some videos. Who knows?
And door prizes.
All the time, door prizes.
All the
right?
time, door prizes.
So you have to listen up and for your name to be called to win a door prize, and that's exciting. And it's so crowded, sometimes you can't hear your name.
We'll find
Seriously.
you. If you win a prize,
Yes.
we'll find you.
So I want to add a little story, a CASA story, if you want to tell us, Shannon, real quick, so that people will kind of get a little bit more about what CASA does.
Sure. At CASA, we have lots of stories, and I'll just start by saying this one has a happy ending because it's going to start kind of sad. So I want to I'll just jump to the end and let you know for sure this one has a happy ending. But there was a little boy named Davy, and when he was 3 years old, he was left in the care of his mom, Sheila's boyfriend, whose name was Jim. Sheila went off to work and left him at home with Jim, and Jim thought a good way to punish Davy for whatever reason, whatever Davy did, Jim took Davy's hand and submerged it into a pot of boiling water and burned him very severely. When Sheila came home from work and wondered what was wrong with Davy's hand, Jim said, he must have burned it by taking the mac and cheese out of the microwave. And so neither one of these adults sought medical treatment for Davy. And so a few days later, his hand wasn't getting better. And so Sheila finally took him to the ER. And of course the ER people thought, this is a really bad burn. And so they reported it to CPS, and Davy was removed from Sheila's home, and he ended up getting skin transfusions over time and had scars on his hand and his leg. And Jim ended up going to prison thanks to the help of CASA because,
through the advocates, right?
The work of the advocate, absolutely, because this was not a normal kind of a situation. He was not taken care of, and so he's going to have scars for life because he has scars on his hand, scars on his leg,
mentally,
and
physically,
emotional scars,
all that, right?
Because the people he trusted to take care of him did not take care of him, and he ultimately was removed permanently from Sheila's care. But the good news of the story is that he was placed with a friend of the family. They ended up finding his biological father, so now he has a relationship with his biological father, and he is in permanent custody with this friend of the family. And so the story does have a happy ending, and what started with a tragedy does end up with a good happy ending. And this is just one of many stories that we see at CASA. And so, again, thanks to Dr. Rodgers, through your generosity, these are the kinds of stories that we can see come to a happy ending.
Well, we're very excited to have you guys all both here so that other people can hear about what CASA does, what Dr. Rodgers does in her practice. I mean, you have a very strong practice. You've been in the community for ever. How many years is it?
Since February 2004, so
Okay,
Long
so
time.
13 years around there. I was going to say 16. It's 13
Getting there.
years that you've been in the community, you've been invested in the community, and you're always smiling. Your patients always come first. I know that of you.
Yes.
You know, you're out there working. Sometimes you're hard to get in touch with because you're always and that's not a bad thing.
No, it's a
I don't
good
mean
thing.
that as a bad thing. I mean it that because you really care about your patients. That is the priority. You run a very busy office, and your care with kids is really one to be watched because I mean you do start them out, you know, when they're in the womb with moms, expectant moms, and all the way to athletes and fire chiefs and all kinds of people, any age. But your give back to the community, your involvement in the community, and what you do with kids is really remarkable.
Thank you.
And you are a role model for the community. So that Ladies' Night Out is tomorrow, and you can find out more about it by going on Taylorized PR, by going on Conroe Culture. CASA has it on their Facebook page. Rodgers Stein Chiropractic Facebook page.
Do you have to RSVP for this?
Nope, just come
You
on
just
by.
show
Come on up and
Come
have
on
some
by,
fun.
yes.
Do you have a costume you're wearing as a lady?
Oh yeah,
or-
I'm coming disguised as
Wig and high heels.
yeah, there we
Well,
go.
you know, if you did something for the radio, that would be cool too. You know, just
Oh,
saying.
you know I don't have the authority
No
to do
costume
that.
if needed. If you come
For,
that
for
way.
the radio?
No.
Oh well, then
you know,
maybe I'll work it out
anything's
with
possible.
with the old Dick station manager
I know,
there. So.
And you only have the one location, right, on 105?
We have the one location for now. Yes.
Okay.
I know she needs more than one, doesn't she?
It's in the works.
It's
if-
on 105 across
Okay.
from
Across from
Conroe
Conroe High School.
If someone wants to come see you professionally, like outside of the event, how do they get a hold of you?
They can just give us a call, 936-441-9990, or they can find us on Facebook or our website.
All right.
It's all easy to find.
I sit too much. I need to go see her. She could straighten out my spine a little, I'm sure.
2 hours worth of sitting is as bad as smoking a pack of cigarettes.
And
Oh
I sit
my
I
gosh.
sit 12 hours a
Oh my
day.
gosh.
Okay, then.
Do you? Wow. I
Oh,
couldn't
my
sit that long.
goodness.
Yeah.
I got to get out and move. So, what else we got going on? Well, let me mention something else off the cuff here. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, you can go see a movie at the Grand Theater for $4 and get popcorn and a drink. How about that? For $4.
What?
That's great.
I know. Since we're talking about kids, I'm trying to make it relative here. So, summer kids flicks at the Grand Theater. And this week, tomorrow and Wednesday, they're showing Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Love that movie.
I know. Would you like it to rain meatballs?
Every day. And pizza and spaghetti, but, you know, then I just wouldn't leave the house.
Okay. All right. So, is it going to rain today?
Yeah, probably. After 1 p.m., I think is what they're calling for. So, as soon as your show ends.
The sunshine is here for my show, though, right?
That's right.
Okay. Anything else, ladies, you want to add to this? What we talked about?
Got some
Dr.
other
Rodgers?
vendors that are coming out.
Okay, tell us.
Tomorrow night we have
Entice
It Works
us.
with
It Works?
Tony Ashley to get that stomach a little more trend for bikini season. We've got Juice Plus, Buck and Doe, and USA Born Books. CASA is going to be there tomorrow night.
Yay.
Yes. Beauty Counter with Allison Ross. Avon by Beth Church. A lot of people know her. She's very active in the community. LuLaRoe is going to be there. I'm very excited to get some leggings tomorrow night. My husband will wish I wasn't shopping at my own event.
Here's your business card.
Carol Gooch is going to be there with MCABW. Better Homes and Gardens here in Conroe with Trenda Carlisle's office is going to be there. And Carrington Mortgage Services with Summer Moore. Linda Odell with Wood Forest Bank. Everybody knows Miss Linda.
Yes.
Party Light with Sephora Singleton. Kids for Cops. Pampered Chef is going to be there. I'm excited about that too. Cruise Planners with Jennifer Robinson. And then Susan Terry's going to have Premier Jewelry. See why my husband's not wishing I was going to have my credit card there tomorrow night. And then Lone Star Insurance Group with Laura Lockey, Father Time Herbs, Junkin Gypsies of Conroe, Lip Scents, and Makeup Junkie Bags. I'm excited about that, so I can put all my makeup in one bag. So see, I've already got the shopping planned out.
You do. So do you have them like all next to each other so you can just plan the
I'm just
round
gonna
and
make the
go
circle.
around the map?
Yes, make the circle.
Your poor
Maybe it's
husband.
early-
Okay.
Maybe it's early Christmas shopping.
That's a good point.
It's Christmas
That's
in
a good
July,
point.
folks.
Christmas in
Come on.
July.
There you go.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Sure.
If it
Call
weren't
that.
for the vendor events like this, I probably wouldn't get any shopping in because I don't have time to go shopping.
Well,
but this is how I get my Christmas
Well,
stuff.
that's the right way to do it because once October comes and Halloween, it's all over.
It's done.
Everything just rolls.
Getting a bottle of
and
wine
then you
from my
open your
mom.
eyes and it's January.
That's right.
So, next Monday, let's talk about next Monday. June 24th, we're going to hear from Sandy Wood about the HCA healthcare, and Steve Wells is going to be here to talk about a new civic organization coming to town. You ever heard of Conroe Exchange Club?
I have started hearing about it, but I don't really understand it.
Well, then I guess you're going to have to listen to the radio show next Monday.
I'll be anxious to hear about that.
I don't know that much either, but they're going to be out there with.
We're going to learn together.
We're going to learn about the Exchange Club. So he's coming all the way out here from Sugar Land to tell us about it.
That's over from my neck of the woods.
Seriously?
Wow.
I come from Katy every morning.
Wow.
Seriously?
You
Yeah.
got to move to Conroe. Montgomery County is the place to be.
I'm working on it.
That's like
I
70
want to.
miles.
Yeah, you got to move up
It's
here.
an hour trip.
I
Right?
used to
One
drive
way.
to Garden Ridge. My husband and I from Willis. We both worked together at Garden Ridge. That's where we met. And we
Aw.
drive 70 miles each way. And then he decided to be a full-time firefighter.
Both of my
I don't know what
jobs.
that was about.
Both of my jobs are in the Montgomery County area. Yet I don't live here.
You got to move
Wow.
here.
No, you
the
need
place
to.
to
Because
be.
I hear it's the fastest growing city
is.
in the country.
It is.
It is.
So what's holding you up?
I don't know.
You got CASA here.
Maybe my-
You got Stacy Rodgers.
Maybe my station
Rodgers Stein
manager doesn't
Chiropractic.
pay me enough.
We can find you a place. We will find a good realtor to find a place for you.
Yes.
There we go.
I
I
know
know
a few.
you. I was about to say. I know you know some.
I know some. Yes. Anyway, so I am Margie Taylor with Conroe Culture News, and we hope you listen up again next Monday. Go to Conroe Culture News on Facebook, Taylorizedpr.com if you want to be a guest on my show. So until next time, there will be a podcast of the show available sometime soon.
Tonight.
Okay. Tonight, there will be a podcast available, and you will see it on social media. Till next Monday, Jake,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you, Margie.
You're listening to Conroe Culture on FM 104.5 and 106.1 with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. Live streaming on irlonestar.com every Monday at noon. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter via Conroe Culture.